Alright, so here we are going back up to the observatory for Falk's quest. Don't want to kill ourselves trying to get up there. Like I said, you want to go from the small camp in a Dan to get up there safely.
I'm gonna have a look at your YouTube one and then you can check mine out. I'll try and put, then you can help me figure out what mine is, because no doubt you'll have another computer idea.
So like I said, this is not the easiest way to go, but it's the safest way to go. As long as you don't kill yourself.
Alright, yeah, man.
Also, you come up this way, there's multiple items you can pick up. So scrap, energy drinks, plants. Nothing of real extreme value, but it all adds up in the end.
Yeah.
There are some mana potions. Most electronic scraps up here. Or other knickknacks you can sell.
Fucking hell, 7 days to die. Day of future past attack of whatever that is. What game are you on again?
Elex.
Right, let me go to live.
I'll hop over this wall real quick. If people remember, this is the first area you come to when you start the game. There's nothing really up here that can hurt you that I have found. And you just go this way.
Right, what's your
It's Soul Drinkers 40k. Wait for your jetpack to recharge and you fly up and over. Sometimes you miscalculate and it doesn't work out the way you want it to. Give it a second here, my jetpack. Once you bypass that gate, it's a much easier route than I was trying to take. Obviously, as you guys can tell, I chose a cleric faction. So over here will be the Elex battery we have to collect for this part of the quest. This is the easiest component to get out of all of them. Just simply lying on the ground here. This is actually a spot where your raider crashed at the beginning of the game. The next piece that's also semi-easy to get is the high capacity CPU, which is just up there in the mountains. So you want to travel to the Dome City teleporter and head straight north.
no videos?
And this way, we want to head straight north. Now, with this game, I recommend saving pretty often. You never know what's going to be around the corner, and or if you're going to fall down and to your death. strongly recommend, especially in this area, to avoid combat if at all possible, unless you are high enough level and have adequate gear and armor. If you do not have any of that, I recommend just
Alive.
to keep running. Now, coming up ahead, as you everyone can see, there's a mech just over there. The item we need is inside the building, which is controlled by the Alps. There is no way physically to avoid all contact in this situation. My only advice is to run in, run out, and save before you go in, because that mech in particular can one-shot you. As you saw, I just walked on a landmine. Got the item there, I'm running away. I do not recommend engaging the Alps just because of how strong they are, and how your best armor is not always adequate for this engagement. After a few minutes of running away, they should stop following me. Minus the fact that I found a goal. I'm pretty sure I got that item. Once I'm at a safe distance, I will check my quest log and go from there. Oh, as you see there, I picked the item up. The next easy one to get to is obviously in the fort. Seems like I gotta keep running a little bit. The one in the fort is very easy to get. It's literally in their pit where they throw any of the outlaws that have broken the laws and or were killed in the arena, from what I understand. I could be wrong on the arena part. Sooner or later they'll stop chasing me. I'm hoping. A lot of these little pricks are pretty persistent. I'm hoping it's over this bridge. I should be safe to travel to the fort. Try this again. There we go. The last and final piece after this one is also pretty easy to get as long as you don't stop running. If you do, you're going to be vastly outnumbered and under-equipped.
What's your game called?
Elex. E-L-E-X. Also, you want to run over here. When you jump into the pit, I recommend being very careful as there is enemies, quite a bit of free loot, but also landmines. As you go down, control your descent. That way you don't step on one and or aggravate the jackals. The piece you need is just over here. Pretty easy to get to, not a lot of resistance.
You on PS4?
Yeah. Hop over the wall, and that is the hydraulic joint we required. So to recap, we found the Elex battery up over here by the observatory where it originally crashed. The high capacity unit, which is just up over here by the Alves. Hydraulic joints in the fort. The next final piece you need is up here in Ignodon. The only closest teleporter I have is from the crater.
I'm trying to find you on.
To load it in, it's best to save your progress. Autosave's alright, but I don't quite trust it. For those that haven't traveled much in Igniton, you gotta be very careful of, obviously, the lava rivers. Yes, you can fly over, but you'll take mass amounts of damage, so it's not always worth it for a shortcut. Again, out here, I recommend avoiding combat at all costs unless you are a high level with lots of guns that can do mass amounts of damage in a short variant of time. Now, the piece we're looking for is in a old cell phone tower of sorts. It's just through this old military base. Again, I recommend running straight through. There are multiple high-level enemies in here. Spiders, some rot boars, I do believe, and others that I have yet to encounter. I have not explored this place fully.
I'm trying to find you now.
So I keep running and running. So that's that tower straight ahead is our target goal. And that is where the last piece Falk needs.
I'm just trying to find you.
Once we get this piece, we'll go back to the town of Origin, which is a whole different quest chain, but you need the companions you acquire throughout the game for that quest chain. Here's multiple salvage you can pick up. Elex, sulfur nuggets, some scrap. The piece I'm looking for should be around here somewhere. I just gotta remember where it is without getting killed. As you can see there, my companion's unconscious. Not overly surprised. I got the piece there I need along with more salvage. Yet again, gotta run.
More loot.
Once we're safely out of harm's way, we'll go back to Origin to do 2 quests in 1. The quest I'm referring to in Origin is where you can send your companions you acquire throughout the game of Elex to defend the city. That gives you 500 XP per companion you send. That quest takes 3 companions to complete it, but you can send all your companions after that is done to still gain 500 XP. Pretty easy XP, to be honest with you. Apparently I'm not out of harm's way. Hence the trouble with Igniton. You're never quite safe enough to fast travel when you want to. Now he should stop pursuing me temporarily. And hopefully I can get out of here without dying. Obviously not. Well, let's go up here and see what I find. Looks to be pretty secure. And this should be a teleporter I'm looking for to go to the city of Origin. Here's City of Origin. There are 3 quests here to gain the favor of the leader, which is that guy right there, which is Lloyd. One is easy. You gotta kill 10 mutant rot boars. Please the mechanic, which is up top by your raider, which I'll show you real quick before I turn in the other quest. The mechanic, which is also a cleric right there, he'll ask you to pick up a certain part, which you gotta kill a fighting colossus. I recommend getting the flame gun because you'll be very difficult to kill without it. And this is the quest you got to talk to about turning in Falk the cleric as someone to fight for the city.
Cleric has agreed to help me. He will stay to defend Origin when he's not with me.
Cleric? Well, we'll see if he's prepared to do the fighting himself. Let's just leave it to others. Not bad for now. Keep it up.
Like I said, easy 500 XP for simply talking to him about someone. Now if I can find Falk, that would be a blessing. I think we got separated. Check the map real quick. There's Duras. Apparently, Falk got stuck way up there. Easy solution for that, I'm hoping, is to go down to the small camp, sleep for a day, and he should reappear there. If not, I'll have to go back and get him. Let's see if this works, because there's a second part to this quest for Falk, and I'm hoping that this will unstick him. Let's have a look here. And no, it did not, which is fine. We'll simply go get him. Alright. Let's try and get him without getting killed. It's a bit of a long run, but that's okay. Just gotta avoid everything else that wants to eat me in the process. Obviously, this dinosaur or whatever the heck it's called is now back here, or getting close to being back here. I really do not want to engage him by myself. Even with Falk, I still would not want to engage, period. There's Falk.
Follow me.
Of course.
Obviously, he got glitched and or bugged out. Throw that down to make this fight a little bit less pain in the ass. Just to make sure I can get out of here alive. Technically I wasted my fuel, but as you can see the call, he's not going to be easy to kill without it. Alright. Let's get down to the fort, because that is where I'll have to go for the next part of his quest. Now we got Falk back. We're going to save because I do not want to have to go and get him again.
About these components.
Yes.
I have the sensor module.
Then we are a step closer. The cleric who sent me to do this will be pleased.
So, you're a cleric.
Me? I am a... what's the word? An advocate.
So we'll need to take these components back to Ignadon?
Perhaps. Or to Tavar. It's all very secret. But I can locate the cleric that sent me. When our mission is complete, I can give you the coordinates. But please remember, this is a secret mission. It was a legate from the Horde that sent me, and he is very knowledgeable. It is my honor and my duty to serve him.
Serve him?
Serve and assist. It is Cal Ern who we serve, and the legate is his voice to me. I must follow his instructions. In Cal Ern we trust.
Sure. You say so.
Oh, yes. In Cal Ern we trust. All clerics believe in Cal Ern. You must speak to my legate. I must follow his instructions. He is a cleric legate from the Horde Monastery.
Sure. Whatever you say. I found this hydraulic joint. Is this the type you need?
Yes, thank you. An incredible piece of engineering, isn't
That
it? It's stronger
I
and more
found, you
durable
know.
than its organic cousin, but capable of replicating it. To think what Magalang would have become if the comet hadn't hit.
You think things would be different?
You mean would Magalang have destroyed itself if the comet hadn't struck? The Berserkers say so. I disagree. But the comet didn't just bring destruction, it also brought Elex.
listen,
And
I
it
need
is
to
Elex
shoot.
that gave those who survived the
Okay.
Well, I
knowledge
shall
and
cut
technology
you a
that
little
the
bit.
clerics have driven.
Mm-hmm.
Mutants adapted to the new environment through Elex. We have done the same through technology. We adapt. We survive. We move forward.
If you say so. I have the derivative.
An amazing element, isn't it? Another gift from the comet.
Gift?
Like Elex, Iridium wasn't found here before the comet struck. Now these elements help drive our technology forward.
Are you pleased the comet hit?
I have no feelings about it. I simply observe. While it is interesting to consider what the world might have been, the true value of knowledge is in what it will help us become.
What do you think of Elex?
Elex is a resource. It is only what we do with it that should be judged morally, not the substance itself.
I have the high-performance CPU.
I'll have to run some tests, but if it looks undamaged, we can be hopeful it will work. That's one good thing about military equipment. It is built to be durable. Some of it has survived for centuries.
Is it military equipment you're building with this?
Building? Well, the components are for... We will use them in the advance of technology to defeat the Alps.
How can you defeat the Alps?
That is a question for my legate. But our mechs and energy weapons are a match for theirs. We will be victorious. Well, if you're worried, maybe we can get you some help after this is finished.
I have the miniature Elex battery.
An example of how Elex has revolutionized technology. We might not have the resources our ancestors did, but look what the clerics have achieved since.
This is the work of the clerics?
It is Cal Ern's will. Only the clerics believe in science and study. Only the clerics have the capability to fabricate these things. The technology that has been preserved, the technology that has been designed here, Magalang must thank the clerics for all of it. The clerics are not to blame for the Alps.
You seem pretty certain about that.
Cal Ern's will is to help all through technology. So my legate says. So you will learn when you see him.
Sounds like Kalan has it all planned out. I think we should...
You want to pick the top option after he's done talking to you.
I agree. We should deliver them. I found these on our journey. You can put them to whatever use you see fit. Do you want the location? Are you ready to deliver the components?
Again, you want to pick the top one to find his legate.
Good. Here are the coordinates. These
Now you want to go into, again, your hub. Go down to Companions. RAM access a memory. It's a second part quest for Falk. There are two ways to get there. I like going the fun way, which is basically jump down this giant hole in the ground. You run down here.
Oh, look who's here.
I've completed my work and brought you the pieces you require.
As I knew you would.
Have I completed my task?
Yes, Falk. Your work on this task is complete. It is time I told you something important.
I am ready to hear Kalan's words.
I thought you were traveling by order of a legate.
I was. I will hear Kalan's words. 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 Words.
What is wrong with him?
Isn't he a wonderful creature? He is my greatest invention, the pride of creation.
You created him?
Of course, he's my masterpiece. And with the components you brought me, I will finish his upgrades.
What upgrades?
I will install his parts and make him better than before.
So, he's a robot.
Oh, much more than that. I am thankful to you for bringing him back. He has obviously chosen you as his companion. A friend. It gets more human every day. Of course, that is part of his programming. Wait here, and I will finish up with my work.
Falk,
Initializing.
is he alright?
You are beginning a new stage of evolution now. Go with your new friend. Learn about yourself. Your new routines should help you access the data that tells you what you are. Take good care of him, won't you?
And alright, that sums up the quest to do both Falk's quests, part 1 and part 2. I will be broadcasting more companion quests as I come across them. If anyone has any questions to how to do things easier and or where the legendary weapons are, please leave comments and I'll do my best to track them down and show you how to access them. Thank you for watching.